What is up, guys? Welcome to a new vlog. We are over at Northern Monkey Tuning today for a bit of a secret meet. A couple of cool cars along the way, so get some shots from some cars here and do a bit of networking, get some shoots booked in. Since he really wants to be on video, this is Liam who's organised all this.
I haven't organised it.
But yeah, just helping out with this shoot over here, so I can get the photographers all around me as we run past them with my little vlog camera. But yeah, just helped him out with getting this Mustang over here. My idea is obviously old industrial stuff in here. But yeah, that's the emphasis on the day, is basically just getting shots like this, organising little photo shoots. Driver's just there, just been giving him a bit of abuse, as we do. But yeah, might actually put him on the spot and get him to talk about his car at one point. So, we're actually going to do a bit of a talk around with the Mustang right now. So, I'm going to pull Jay into the shot now.
Hi.
This is Jay. Make sure to check him out on Instagram here.
Okay.
This is Jay's Mustang. So, we're going to get Jay to actually walk around and talk about his Mustang for us. Not that he doesn't want to be on camera or anything, but come on, lad, let's get you on camera. So the first thing you'll probably obviously recognise is steering wheel's on the wrong side. So, fun fact, I've actually driven left-hand drive before, but over in America. I've never driven left-hand drive here in the UK, but I've driven on the right-hand side in right-hand drive as well. So how does it actually feel being left-hand drive over it?
For the first month I was probably driving over the line, so on the wrong side of the road for quite a lot of driving. I've eventually got used to it, but it's just bizarre because you feel like you're really close to the curb, and I'm scared I'm going to curb my wheels like every time I drive out in it, but you get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, I was very similar when I was out in Germany, France and stuff. I always felt like I was hugging the curb just a little bit too much. Yeah. Because obviously I'm over on that side. Yeah. But yeah, I can imagine driving this, what? 3 meters of American muscle. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? Funny thing, it's not actually as wide as a lot of cars are. Yeah. I've got a 2014 Astra, which is actually wider, and it's quite funny because it looks massive proportions because it is American, and obviously it's longer. Yeah. But you know, it's not awful. It just looks, I think it looks a lot worse than it is in the size.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to go out with go bold with something now. There's probably less rust on this than there's the 24 Astra.
Probably, yeah. I just had the roof and shit resprayed on that because it was starting to rust.
Yeah. And if we actually get him to go and open the engine bay, what's under the engine bay is probably more reliable than the Astra. Obviously, original engine. Yeah. Some less than original parts. Yeah. But talk us a little bit about the engine.
So when I first bought it ran like shit. We actually needed to trailer it home because the engine, it would turn over when you press the key on the ignition, but it wouldn't idle. So we got it home. I made sure all fuel lines and stuff were all okay, and then I put a tank of fuel in it, and it did run very badly, but I took it straight over to my trusty mechanic, who spent 2 hours on it with a spanner and a flathead screwdriver, and made it a bit better. But it still has a very big misfire, which is the reason for some of the new parts. So the main new part, the distributor, that's what controls your timing, which currently the timing on the car, putting it simply, it's timed too much, so it's almost like it's meant to be a very powerful race engine when it's really not. So we're just trying to get to the bottom of that. But as well as the distributor and the HT leads and stuff, it's also had a full new rewire. Every wire that was in the car was very dodgy. There were some loose connections, so it's been completely rewired. But yeah, it's just what I like to call a running project. I don't want to miss out on driving it, but I also want to make sure it drives correctly. So yeah.
So if we walk a little bit more around the car, I'll let you put your hood down, as they call it.
Yeah.
Now, I heard the guys from the garage before say this to you as well, and he said, quite boldly, prefers this over a clean one.
Yeah.
Not just the muck on the bonnet, but you know, like you say, it's a work in progress.
Yeah,
so you know, you have your imperfections. I mean,
yeah.
Did you try and make it a convertible yourself, or?
No, that was the old owner. When it was in the garage, he had it on a ramp, but it had a pitched roof, so he'd lifted it into the roof, so it's got the same on either side of the roof. So yeah, that's fun. But I don't mind it. It gives it character, and
absolutely.
Yeah. I've always not minded. Like, it's what I like to think of as a barn find.
Yes, it's still metal. It's still metal. It's obviously bare bones on what you need in a car. The old school American automatic box.
Yeah. Which,
you know, must feel lovely on a cold morning.
Oh yeah, it actually was originally a manual, we've discovered.
Oh.
Someone's very annoyingly changed it to an auto, but I'd like it to be back to manual at some point when I've got the luxury to make decisions like that.
Yeah. So Mustang's now parked up again. As I was not holding the vlog camera and we're still vlogging, I've got to say a massive shout out to Connor here for operating the camera, which is currently hiding down there again. But yeah, cheers Connor. Give his socials a shout out, but really. Starting to wind down a little bit of the day now. A lot of the obviously major cars have gone now, but yeah, just gonna have a walk around, see who we can chat to. Here we know. One of the cool cars that's here, you know, since wagons rule the world. So we've got a Huxley Motorsport kitted E36 wagon. Gonna go out on a limb and say definitely a drift car. But yeah, wagons rule. To the actual garage part of the premises now. As you can see, all the Z's. Definitely a cool shop. Got the crew over there as well. So, having a quick walk round. Got told this one's turbo, but the turbo is not under the bonnet. We'll let Rich explain that. But yeah, all crushed carbon splitters and everything. Giving me stupid ideas. This is definitely a bit out there. The MX-5. Certainly some very cool motors in here to look at. And I mean, that's a bit of a spoiler alert to where the other turbo is. But yeah, very cool shop. And what we'll do now is I'm going to go out and get Rich, and we'll let him give us a bit of tour of the shop and some of the cars we're working on. So this is Rich here.
Hello.
I'll let him introduce himself and the company.
So I'm Richard from Northern Monkey Tuning. This is my workshop and my salvitude, and where I bring my daughter at weekends and where we play and hang out and try and build cool shit every day. And yeah, this is it. So a basic Ford Focus that we bought dirt cheap with a blown egg gasket. We're in the process of building that. That's not super sexy. Customer's car. This one's come to us for a blowing exhaust. He thought it was the headers. We smoke tested it and did some other work, and it ended up being the flexi that were ripped out and the headers as well. So he's now waiting for parts that he's getting some sexy headers built for that. This is actually turboed, a rear mount turbo, which is pretty cool. My Civic, my dad car. I'm very lucky to have a cool dad car, not just a run-of-the-mill Golf or a Passat or something.
Hey, from a BMW owner, diesel owner's perspective, cheers.
This is my mad toy. Cheap and cheerful MX-5 that I bought as an MOT failure. That needed a load of work brake-wise and suspension work, so it's had all that. But then it's built from just having this to, let's see if we can stick an exhaust out of there, and let's see if we can do this and that. It ended up being supercharged, sticking out at bonnet, which this hole here was, but I blew it up because I didn't put an intercooler on it. I thought I knew best. I thought, oh, it'd be cold enough if it's going straight out there, straight in, but no, I ended up killing it. But yeah, it's now getting fully forged, fully built, all bells, all whistles, everything. So it's going to be super strong. Hoping that's going to be back. Definitely back for the car show, which is Accelerate, that we run and host. But I'm hoping it's going to be back well before then and test drove and everything else. This is our shop baby. So this is Colin's, my business partner's toy. 370Z, twin turbo charge, as you can see. All rear mount turbo, completely fabricated in-house. Everything's been done here, from the tuning to the fabrication to the buying the parts and everything. So Col basically researched the hell out of it. Nobody seemed to know anything or recorded anything over here, so everything's over in States or Australia or wherever. So he's made a load of friends over there, contacted them, what do you fit in, how do you do this, how do you do that, and then basically picked all the best ideas from everybody else and stuck it on. And it works. They're all cheap and cheerful bits that we fitted because we didn't know if it would work and would that be. There's no point in spending 1,200 quid on each turbo to find out it don't work. So, believe it or not, 120 quid turbos on each side.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of these now with the turbo on the back, and obviously looking at the way the VQ36 is in the engine bay, there's not exactly much room.
No,
bringing them here.
I have seen one on somebody's website where they've snuck it under bonnet, but there's got to be eats out there and not get much from it. So that's that. Kai's Focus ST. That's running some stage 3, really strong power through that, but again, that needs a bit of TLC clutch at the moment because it's running too much power through it to be reliable. For us, at the end of the day, if it's a daily, like my Civic, I'm not running stupid power, I'm running stock power because I need to get the kids to school every day. Kai's running that at monster power, but if you're running at monster power, it's not going to be reliable every day that you can't use it. Final cool thing that we've got in.
I'm just going to put a quick disclaimer here as well. There's a different car, it's not mine.
Final car we've got in. Apologies for the mess, it is a working thing. We finished late on Friday to get set up for what's happening here today. So it's a bit all stuff all over the place. So, combo van with suicide doors, which is a thing in itself. But they've done the Z20 LET engine swap. We haven't done the swap. We've just done all the things to make it better. So when it came to us, it had 2 looms in it, the diesel loom and the Z20 LET loom, that's then been stuffed and melded and shoved in here and everywhere else. Finally got it going, and we're still having wiring fault. Every time we found something else on top of that. The old trick of just cutting wires and then twisting them together, it was horrendous. Really was bad. He's finally bit the bullet and got a standalone ECU. So all the loom can then get ripped out and just have the 10 or 12 wires that it needs to run car, and it'll be absolutely stunning. It's been a long-term project. Completely fabricated again, things as well. So all these boost lines have all been fabricated by us. The downpipe. The manifold the customer brought, but we've had that ceramic coated. We designed and fabricated the air filter pipe, because everybody sticks them up here on the Z20LX, which for me is just getting hot engine air as opposed to nice cool stuff that's going out at bobbin. But yeah, it'll be a cool thing when it's going. Calls it stages now, we're getting all the ECU rigged up, so you have to, easiest thing, is put it out on the table and then just make sure it all works on the table before you stick it in and find out you've got problems. Yeah. But no, this is my shop, we love it. We do all the normal stuff as well, obviously, but we are an MOT station for a performance place. Not many are MOT stations, so we do all that. All the cars that we've got, so this one that's daft and that one that's daft and this one that's daft, they're all emissions compliant, MOT compliant. They've all got sports cats on them, because there's no point in not having it for me. No point in us doing these really cool things but being illegal on the road. Yeah. So that's our big thing. Two-wheel dyno as well, if you want to show you that. It's a dyno, craft dyno, which is from a company in Germany. Super strong, does up to 1,000 brake horsepower, which will do most stuff that most garages see. If you're doing stupid power, you're in a stupid place anyway to get to that. Just done the big move. It's all nice and clean and tidy, because we've moved everything from over there to here over Christmas period. But yeah, this is baby. This is a shop. We love it. Want to know what else?
But yeah, no, thanks for having us down and putting the day on. And we'll certainly put all your socials and website on the bottom as well.
Thank you very much.
So I'll say people can look you up if they're nearby.
Awesome. Thank you very much.